Outlet Liquor is your place to buy a case. Stock up and save when you shop the lowest prices available every day at Outlet Liquor. You never have to wait for a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Only at Outlet Liquor.
What's your outlet?
Started off muted. Welcome, everybody, to another sad, depressing edition of I'll Hang Up and Listen. And Sabres lose to the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-3. What else is new? Blow a 2-goal lead in the third period. What else is new? Nothing. I mean, sure, there's positives to talk about, but this is just like Groundhog Day. Why can't this team protect leads in the third period? It's just mind blowing. I know I talk about Cully all the time. If this team can just get replacement level goaltending, they're easily a 500 hockey team. But we can't get that. We can't. I'm not trying to put this all on Tokarski, even though I think he should have that save in overtime. Even though Dahlin owns it, he says he got caught flat, didn't control his gap, and should have blocked that shot. At the end of the day, you need your goaltender to make a save there 16 seconds into overtime. I don't even understand why Craig Anderson isn't starting tonight. I don't know. Was there something news I missed? The guy had a week and a half, almost a week off. Why is he not starting this game against Columbus? And it's not a back-to-back. They don't play again until Saturday. So why not come out with Craig Anderson? Makes zero sense to me. I'm just so it's so just infuriating, guys. It's so infuriating that protect the lead. Jesus Christ, protect a lead. Get it in the garage. You're a National Hockey League team. Get this in the garage. For fuck's sake. My God. It is so ugh. I sat there and watched that game, and I tried to be optimistic. First period was kind of flat. Second period looked great. Goals from goal to take the lead from Okposo off a nice pass from Jankowski, and then you start the third period off hot right out of the gate. Beautiful passing play between Skinner and Tuck. Tuck, who's an absolute heater since coming to Buffalo and beginning his career after coming back from that shoulder injury. Just absolutely on fire. It is everything you want in a player who honestly any other player in the league would have been furious with that trade coming to Buffalo. Going from that team to this team would have been absolutely furious. This guy had a jokerish smile on it. It was he's ecstatic to be here. But then just absolutely performing at next level beyond any of our expectations, and we can't win a fucking game. It's just get me replacement level goaltending. That's where you start this off with. We got a couple comments here. How many leads can you blow in one season until you say enough is enough? You had a long break from the All-Star game. Anderson should have been the starter and not Tokarski. Where is Kim? I 100% agree. I said in the pregame, why is Craig Anderson not playing tonight? That makes zero sense. That's on Granato. That's on Granato. Why would you not come out of the All-Star break where everyone's had plenty of rest? Unless again, there's something we don't know, some type of reasoning we don't know. I didn't hear his post game. Why is Craig Anderson not starting? And how about the fact that we need to rely on a 40-year-old goaltender? To be the difference between winning and losing hockey games. Why are we here? How did we get here? Just get me replacement level not even average level NHL goaltending, just NHL goaltending every single night. And this is easily a 500 hockey team, even with all their downfalls and all the mistakes throughout the season. Like, this is a 500 hockey team, and it's so infuriating. Like, just the lack of care from, it's just a few more comments here. Is anyone else against trading Victor Olofsson for a damn puck? Like, another guy who just doesn't show up ever. He's supposed to be a goal scorer. He's nowhere to be found. It's not like he's not being put in the positions to score. Just get him off this hockey team. Fire this entire team into the sun. For fuck's sake, it's up for like 5 or 6 players. The obvious guys, your Tuck, your Krebs, the guys that played tonight, your Tuck, your Krebs, your Cousins, Dahlin. I'm done with Joker, by the way. I am so done with him. He had a shift the first period, but maybe want to puke. Guy goes behind the net, gets absolutely dummied behind the net, loses the puck, and then gets after the rush going the other way, gets the puck in the blue line, just shoots the puck right into shin pads, giving the puck away. It's just like the guy has no fucking awareness. Like, yeah, him and Dahlin have had some magic in the past, but the guy just he's in it. We want to criticize Dahlin so much. How about him? Because he's just as, if not worse, and he doesn't have the offensive upside that Dahlin has. The high ceiling that Dahlin has offensively, he doesn't have it. He's been garbage for most of the season. But no, absolutely not. We're not even talking about that, Austin. Sorry, we're not moving Dahlin to wing. No, like I just refuse to have that conversation. Sorry, Austin, not having that conversation. But I'm just so sick of it. So sick of it. And let's not even talk. We want to have another conversation. As mentioned before, this is RJ's final season, a year that should be celebrated. Why is this organization not doing everything they can? Obviously, the product on the ice isn't going to be great. Why are you not doing everything you can to put a winning team on the fucking ice? Like, not when we. I'm sorry. Put an entertain like the in-game presentation, everything around the game. Make it entertaining. Get people through the door, and you don't even attempt it. You don't. It's so infuriating. A guy who's given his life and his livelihood to this organization in his final season, and you're lucky if you have 5,000 people in the arena. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Be ashamed of themselves. Andrew Peters tweeted earlier, the Sabres just play the rest of their games at Harbor Center, so it looks like it's full in there. And honestly, yeah, because this is a joke. This is a joke. This is embarrassing. 10 years ago, the fans we would make the walls sweat in that arena. Make it sweat when we get so loud. The walls would, I've said it so, the walls would absolutely shake with how loud it could be in that arena, how exciting and the energy. And you can literally hear a pin drop in that arena. Like, it's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. To watch that on TV, to see all the empty seats after the All-Star break, where we should be craving Sabres hockey, and you can't even put 6,000 people in that arena. That's embarrassing. I don't care what the weather's like outside. 8 to 10 years ago, that wouldn't have flown. Like, people would have been there. It wouldn't have mattered. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We're on the level of, like, Arizona Coyote attendance. And this is Buffalo, a great hockey market, one of the best in North America. And we can't even get 5,000 to 6,000 people into that arena after not playing for almost a week. This is a joke. An absolute joke. Like, I just can't handle it anymore, man. I can't. It's disgusting. Like, I sat there watching this game, and every time it panned and you got a good look at the surrounding seats, and I sat there and said, God, man, like, in tonight's post, I'm just going to lose it, man. I'm just going to lose it because I just can't handle watching this anymore and how embarrassing this is. It's so bad when you have trouble competing with teams like the Arizona Coyotes and the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers, who have a great hockey team, one of the best in the league, and they can't get fans in the seats there. And they have one of the best teams in the league. Meanwhile, like, it's just like it's sad, man. It's so sad that we just can't compete with. I don't know. I have a lot of answers, man. Just do what you have to do to at least make the games entertaining to be at. If the product on the ice itself isn't going to be good, promotions, like make sure the arena doesn't smell like a fart. Like just the food, like promotions on the concessions, at the Sabres store. Give it like whatever you got to do. Not you have to do it every night, but for fuck's sakes, man, this is sad to watch. I am terrified for when Jack Eichel and company come in from Vegas. It's an ESPN Plus game, and I am terrified to what that team is going to do to us, and not to mention what it's going to look like on national TV in a game where honestly we should be we should show up in droves, not to thank Jack, but to defend the trade and to defend this team and just to be proud of this team. And it's going to be half empty. It's going to be half empty. And Jack's going to go out there and he's going to have a phenomenal game. It's going to happen. And listen, I have no problem with the Jack Eichel trade. I love the return we got. Alex Tuch has been a dream. Peyton Krebs has looked great so far, and we don't know what's to come of the first and second round picks. So, I'm okay with it. But, oh man, just get people in this arena. Just do whatever you got to. If you can't, just sell the team already. Just sell the team. It started right here during one of these videos last year, #Where's Kim, and it kind of caught fire. But honest to God, where the fuck is she? Where is she during all this? How do you watch that on TV and see that type of attendance and just not give a shit? How can you watch that? Any owner, of a professional hockey franchise sees that type of attendance on TV in our market. How are you not ripping your hair out of your head? What do I got to do to get people in the arena for this season to say goodbye to Rick Jeanneret, a guy who has given his life for this organization, for these fans, for this city, has given us so many great memories and so many great goal calls. And it just, it's so hard to think of Sabres hockey and not think about Rick Jeanneret. Thinking if you've watched this team for at least 5 years, to not remember an amazing call from Rick Jeanneret, whether it was a goal or a hit or a save, whether it was Ryan Miller or Dominic Hasek, whomever it might have been, just all the calls that that guy has had over the years. I have zero faith that they're even going to get this banner raising retirement thing done right after seeing how they botched Dominic Hasek's years ago. It was most awkward. And I was there in attendance. It was awkward to watch. You didn't have any of his former teammates in attendance. His family wasn't there. It's just it was awkward. It was awkward to watch. And anyone who was there would agree. It was terrible. And I'm supposed to be expecting that this same ownership who gave me that is going to do right by Rick Jeanneret? Absolutely not. I have zero faith in that. Zero faith. What are you going to do? Hand out some RJ banners and think you did a good enough job? No. They don't care. She doesn't care. And where the hell is she during all this? The woman who believes that she's qualified to do this job. I'm sorry, man. Just sell the team. You use COVID as an excuse to fire people. Fire people during a pandemic. You've been liquidating your assets. Just sell the team already. Just sell them to somebody who's going to put a winning product on the ice and a winning product off the ice to make people who come into that arena feel proud to be there. Win or lose, they had a good time. Because it hasn't been a good time on or off the ice in fucking years. Years. You do the bare minimum. You take us for granted because it's Buffalo and we love hockey, and you see the TV ratings. Say, oh, well, this city loves hockey, so why should we invest money into making them feel like they matter at the game? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So I'm sorry, it's getting late. I have a neighbor upstairs. I don't want to keep yelling, but let's just go over real quick the box score. But who even gives a shit? Goals tonight coming from Buffalo. Dahling opening the scoring. It was a nice goal. Threw the puck to the net. It went off something in front, popped up over Elvis Merzlikins and into the net. Other goal, Kyle Okposo off a great pass from Jankowski behind the net and buried a top shelf. Cool. Whoop did he do? And then Alex Tuck, probably the highlight of the night, off a nice give and go pass from Jeff Skinner. Absolutely, again, a guy who's been on fire all season, getting his 6th goal of the year. Trying to see here. I know he's more than a point a game player right now for Buffalo. Yeah, well, no, actually, yeah, 14 points in 14 games. Guy's been absolutely on fire for Buffalo. A few more comments here. How did you like Rob Ray bringing up the coin toss? Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's like I mean, to an extent, he's not wrong because possession means everything in 3-on-3 hockey. It really does. Like, if you can and it's only 5 minutes too, so winning that opening face-off is absolutely crucial. And teams have learned how to, somehow make 3-on-3 hockey boring. When it comes to defending and keeping possession. So you can see teams pass it back to their goaltender sometimes to keep possession. So you don't see the give and go hockey as much as you'd like to in 3-on-3. But yeah, that was a funny comment. Yeah, and then he's a beast. That was an unreal. Another comment here after the Corey Miller the coin toss comment. He's a beast. That was an unreal goal to see live tonight in the ability. Yeah, I agree. The Tuck goal was awesome. Couldn't agree more. Definitely the highlight of the night. And then also from Austin, Rink was bumping tonight too for a Thursday. I don't know how much of that I could agree with, but I see the attendance there, man, and it's so sad. Just 16 seconds in overtime, got to be a new record. Eakin is your best face-off guy, and he should have at least been taking the face-off so we can get possession and start overtime. Granato is running out of time, and just like you, Duane, I'm losing my composure. Oh, Duane, that is a Granato thing. Like you essentially you've put Eakin out there to take that face off because that is like the biggest thing he contributes to this team. There's no denying it. It is his ability to win a face off, and he's not taking that draw. How many times have we seen him, in situations like that where he takes a draw and he immediately gets off the ice after winning it? Like, I don't know. That's a Granato thing. And again, Granato, patience is starting to wear thin. Like, how many times can you give up, 2-3 goal leads in the third period and expect to keep your job? I'm not going to start the campaign to fire Granato, but like, that's a coaching thing. Like, you got to be able to keep this team's composure. Granted, the game time goal was off a terrible call on Kyle Okposo, so that it was a bad call. It was a bad call. We like it out, but you still got to kill the penalty, and you couldn't. And it's not like you're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning out there or the Florida Panthers. You're playing Columbus, who's a team that struggles this year too. And I just you gotta be able to get these games in the garage when you're holding a 2-goal lead, especially when you start the third period off with such a nice goal by Tuck. You have the energy. It's just it's disgusting. Granato, you got to tighten that up. You were given this job. Honestly, Granato probably doesn't have a job coaching as a head coach in the NHL if it's not for the Buffalo Sabres. Even if they decide not to hire him, he's still not a head coach. I've liked some of the things he's done. He's gotten a lot out of individual development from certain players, like guys like Casey Middlestat, Tage Thompson. Rasmus Dahlin has gotten better compared to years past, when Ralph Kruger essentially neutered him. So, like, you've seen great things come out of Granato as in terms of development and individual players. But, like, you got to win these games. You have to. You got to win these games. You can't continuously keep giving up 2-goal leads in the third period. That is inexcusable. That does not fly. I'm sorry, it doesn't fly. So, another comment here from Corey Miller. Heck, they're competing with the Bandits for attendance. They are. They really are. That's that is a fact. They are competing with the Buffalo Bandits, the pro lacrosse team near Buffalo, for attendance. And honest to God, the Bandits have much more of an electric atmosphere, win or lose, than the Buffalo Sabres do. Because it's the indoor lacrosse, it is an exciting game to watch. But so much, honest to God, a Bandits game beats Buffalo's attendance tonight. 100%. Absolutely beats their attendance tonight. That's how bad it looked on TV. And I'm sick and tired of that look for this team. It is so bad. So bad. So all I ask from you, Kim, all I ask, Terry, figure this out. Get people through the door. Get them through the door. Do whatever you got to do, you bunch of billionaires. Dig another well. Do whatever you got to do, because this is supposed to be for RJ. This season is supposed to be for RJ. And we knew going in that this wasn't going to be a winning season. It's just going to be about giving the youth a chance to perform, to give the youth a chance to play and develop these younger players. Where are you during all this? I look at this arena and it is ranks near the bottom, if not at the very bottom, just like we've been in the standings for, nearly a decade. Ranks near the bottom in terms of the rest of the league. I mean, you're competing with teams like Florida and Arizona in attendance in this market. That is sad. Figure it out, Kim. Figure it out, Terry. Show face. I'm not asking you to, have a press conference, but make it known that you're upset, as upset as we are with how things are going, not just on the ice, but around it. Do whatever you got to start doing to get people into this arena for RJ. Whatever you have to do, because this is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I don't know how much longer I can deal with this type of an embarrassment. I returned a beer 2 times tonight because it was straight water. More comments. Of course, we lose that fast in OT. Pagulas are just like Justin, nowhere to be found. Yeah. Where are you? Okay? Figure it out. Get people in the arena. Do this for RJ in his final year. Show us, give us some faith that you're going to be able to figure this out on, I think it's on April 1st. I want to say it's April 1st for his banner raising. Because I have zero faith in any of you that you'll get this done and do it right by RJ. Figure it out. I'll hang up and listen.